Oh, good news. Ooh, double good news. Okay. Oh, wait, what'd that just do? Feedback. No. I think I am live. I need to just go check my audios. Let's check this one. Good, good. And now the YouTube one. Quit telling me you need feedback. Describe your... I'm not saying feedback. What am I clicking that makes it think I want feedback? Okay, from what I can tell, I have YouTube and Twitch streaming at the same time. Hip hip hooray. What is BotRix has successfully joined the channel? I don't know who BotRix is. And it says that's from YouTube, I think. Alright. If anyone is on, please just let me know you can hear me okay. And that the audio levels are okay and all that fun stuff. This one says it's stable. That's not good. Average bit stream is too high. That should not. I don't know what that is. Hopefully there's not too much lag. Maybe I should. It says, let me click over here. Top. Alright, well, we're gonna pretend like everything is hunky-dory until someone tells me otherwise. It might... I don't know what that means. Let me see. No, no. Stream bitrate too high. Can I change that without it stopping? Oh, I should probably go send this too. Well, it didn't do it. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I don't like this. It says my bitrate for Twitch is not very stable. Let me see if I can find that setting real quick. File. My guess is I'll have to restart the stream. Disconnect. Bandwidth. And it's set to auto. And YouTube is saying that it's excellent. Okay, so let me check this real quick. If I go here, is it show? It does show Tasman's live. And then there. Watch a commercial. Oh, you guys probably hear that, huh? I'll turn that off. You don't have to listen to the commercials. Alright, skip. Wow, there's like a 30-second delay to YouTube. Dang. Okay, so YouTube's working properly. Let's go check Twitch from a third party source. That says that's me. So I'm not, that sounded fine to me. All right, I'm gonna close those. I don't want to keep up too many stream stuff all at once. Close that out. Okay, so we are 13. I might start a little early just because, or at least go to my other screen a little early. Because I can. That seems to be working okay. I am showing in here 1 viewer on Twitch, 2 on YouTube. If either of you can hear me, if it might be me when I was just clicking and testing, but if anyone can hear me or see my misadventuring misfits starting soon thing, go ahead and say something in the chat. Make sure that that's all working properly through my OBS studio. Now I'm showing 2 people in both of them. Is there somewhere I can see who they are? Engage with your audience. What does that do? No, that's creating stuff. Isn't there somewhere here it tells you info like that? Does this one? Not seeing it. Users in chat. I don't know if that means chat bots, moderators. Alright, how do I go back? Just turn that off. Okay. I think everything is running. And I actually am streaming to two platforms, so that's definitely good. All right, so in about 10 minutes, we're officially, maybe a little earlier, I'll switch over to the other screen. Or maybe in 5 minutes. So if you are able to hear me, I mean, everything is showing me. So when I go to Twitch, the management thing, it says it's unstable, but I'm not on OBS Studio. I'm not showing any drop frames. I'm showing really high kilobits, and that's just the stream length using very little CPU, frames per second, 30. That shouldn't be a big deal because I mean it's a still image. So I guess 51. We're getting closer. Oh wait, maybe this is the... I was expecting my Discord bot to ping that this finally started, because it did it when I was setting it up. Maybe I'll just do this. I'll copy this, Control C, and I'll delete this. I'm going to delete. Wait a minute. Oh, actually, maybe it did. No, that one's a YouTube. Actually, yeah, this is the right one. Maybe I should do this too. Control C. And that one's from me. Hopefully, no, I don't know that might not work right. I gotta go find where that stream URL is real quick. So click on you. Scroll down. Where are you? Well, this isn't showing that zzMan's live anymore. I better still be live. I didn't change anything. Okay, it shows me live here, so that's all I care about. So is that the same? So watch I5ORCQ. Okay, that's right. Send now. Okay, so that should send the notifications. I know my other one doesn't do that. So I should go into my RPG world and I guess post both of them. I need to go. Here, Control C, and then go here. Do and let me do that. Control X. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it here to officially start. Yeah. To forward it, yes. Go ahead. Well, I didn't do the same thing on that one, but did on this one. All right, so let's go ahead and switch over. There we go. Hey, everybody. All right, let me move my mic out of the way a little bit. So hopefully audio levels are good. I don't show that hardly anyone is on either stream right now, but I don't know how quickly that updates or anything like that. But as I said in my little teaser video, I guess, is I wanted to start doing a semi-regular, at least, stream where I invite people to come on it, and if you want to join and there's room, then you can come on my Discord, join. I'll add a role to you so you can actually access the voice for the thing, and we'll just kind of run lots of one-shots every now and then, and you can learn Pathfinder. Excuse me, I could do D&D, various other things like that. So as I shown on my video, so right now I'm basing it off of Pathfinder, and I have some pretty lame, these aren't the best maps right now, but they're kind of placeholders at least, because like if I zoom in, this gets super bad. I think this was from World Atlas or our Tabletop Atlas or something, which is kind of like a Google Maps thing, and I wanted to be able to see all of Galarian, which is the world that Pathfinder is set in. So it's not the best quality, but just to give an idea. Oh, actually, you know what I need to do? Oh, well, we still got 4 minutes. I probably shouldn't explain this then, because I need to tell it to record so I can put it on my YouTube. You know what? Maybe I'm just gonna do that. I'll just start with my intro and stuff, and I'll just click start recording, and hopefully that doesn't just totally hose everything. If it does, then I'll just stop that. So I'm gonna hit record real quick. And I should be recording. So hey, YouTubers and Twitcherinos? I guess this is YouTubers. zzMan here, bringing you a stream of me preparing my idea of having maybe streaming some one-shots. If you saw the announcement, you have an idea of what it is. Just because it's really hard to get people to schedule and set up a reoccurring schedule and stuff, I decided what I'd try and do is maybe set it up where it's like an adventuring guild, and whoever's on my stream at the time, once I get 4 people or whatever, they can join my Discord, join a special channel, and we'll run a one-shot, and we'll just keep on doing that, streaming it and recording it and all that fun stuff. So right now what I'm doing is setting up kind of the homebrew that I'm doing for it. And specifically, this is going to be a Pathfinder 2e campaign. As you can see, there's a Galarian map here. It's not the best of maps because it's on, like, I think it was World Atlas is the name of it. And when I zoom out, it looks okay, but if you zoom in, everything just gets super blurry. I'll look for a better map. But anyway, I just wanted to be able to have some region maps so people would be able to get an idea of what the land masses are. Our little story that I will be running from actually will bring us to this tiny little island right here called Kortos. So if we go there, now this map's a lot better. As you can see, this is the island of Kortos, and it's definitely not to scale because Absalom is not that big. I mean, it's a big city and stuff, but it's not like that would be really tall people and stuff. But anyway, so this is Absalom, and if you want to see more about Absalom, it is separated into many districts. So this is kind of one of the key areas of the Pathfinder lore and everything. Absalom is where lots of stuff take place. So anyway, we have all our districts here, and then where our area is, excuse me, right here down in the Principe quarter, Principes, yeah, quarters, and this is where I am setting up my thing. So I just chose a random little house looking thing to be our location, and this is where the Misadventuring Misfits Guild is. If you saw the splash screen or whatever it's called, that's kind of the logo I came up with. I did not draw it. I used AI to do it because I'm absolutely terrible at that kind of thing. If you want to see it, let me throw it up real quick. If I do this and a little of this, we can then go back here, turn that one off. So here is the Misadventuring Misfits kind of logo that I had to. I think it's kind of cool. I like it. I'll transition back. So anyway, that is kind of where our story starts. Is this will be the Adventuring Guild. This will be kind of where you always start your session. The one shot will be basically something on a job board, and you go out and do it. So right now, that's pretty much all I have. What I wanted to do in this little recording session is actually go in and set up using Foundry Virtual Tabletop version 14. I wanted to set up a map that is by Tom Kartos, that is a guild hall. However, it is multiple maps, and I wanted to utilize the ability of Foundry 14, version 14, to be able to actually set that up in layers. So what I went and did is I went and overlaid each of the maps so they're all the same size and line up properly, and will actually be able to allow the player to scale up and down. Now, the one thing I don't know 100% sure if it's going to work properly is the grid. It has a very defined grid on the free map that I got, and hopefully I didn't actually change the size of the map, so hopefully the grid doesn't need offset or anything like that, because that can be a pain. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start by creating the guild hall. So what should I call it? Should I just go Misadventuring Misfits Guild Hall, or Guild? Yeah, let's just call it Misadventuring Misfits. MISADVENTURING Misadventuring MISFITS. So Misadventuring Misfits. And I'm not going to put it in a folder. I think, yeah, you should be able to see any pop-ups and stuff that come up because of the way I'm recording. So when we're setting up levels, if you, in Foundry Virtual Tabletop version 14, if you don't want to do levels, it's super easy. All you have to do is come here and add your background image. And then you can go and configure a foreground image if there's something kind of overhangs or things like that you want in it. I don't have any of that in here, but we do want to do something more complex. We actually want it to have layers. And so what we need to do, instead of just coming in here, if we go do this real quick, and I go into my assets, go to maps, and guild hall. So you can see it's actually 4 levels. So we have a basement where there's the training area, there's the first floor, second floor, and then of course third floor is the roof and kind of an area where they can do guards and, you know, do their watches and stuff. So we're gonna start with, should I start? Yeah, let's start with the first floor. I think that's the default one we want. So if we were using Foundry and we didn't care about levels, that's all we really have to do. I think I might want to change this to like 50, and then we'll just see how it works. So we're gonna go ahead and hit save changes, and that pretty much. Now, if you change the grid and you already have walls and stuff like that on it, it's not going to be good news for you. So this is the first level, and I can't see my actual grid very well, but it even looks like it's smaller than that, so that's definitely not good. But you can definitely see that there is a grid on this map, especially here in the green. So there are, I'm trying to remember if I actually got that grid. Let me go look. I know there's a couple utilities you can use that do grids. The thing is sometimes when you get a map online or something, it will actually not be perfectly square anymore, so it'll actually stretch it out just slightly. So when you have a grid that actually is perfect, it will, you know, the further away it gets from where you set the grid, it actually kind of offsets a bit, and that's where you can use the offset ability to try and squish that in. So let's go see. Yeah, as you can see here, our grid is pretty small. Actually, no, our grid's smaller, but this kind of makes me nervous that its offset keeps changing quite a bit. I know there are some tools. We're going to go see if we need those. We might just have to ignore those, which will be a little bit annoying. But if I go into here and say grid, there's this grid scaler, but this one, It only has compatibility possibilities. It hasn't been tested or verified. Let's see what we can do with just regular Foundry's abilities here. So it looks like probably the grid, maybe, I think like one of the defaults is 70. I don't remember. Let me go see real quick if this actually had. Sometimes when they give you the thing, they tell you what it is. It just says 34 by 22. So it's not telling me that the grid is at 70 or anything like that. Now there is a tool that I've done a video on that's a third-party tool called MapGrid, I think it is. I'll have to go look that up. Actually, it's right here. I can just double-click it to see. MapAlign, that's what it's called. And MapAlign will actually stretch and the map ever so slightly just to make a grid fit. The fact that this is pretty even here, it might actually not be as bad as I was thinking. So let's go ahead back into our thing here and go to edit. And then we'll kind of shrink that a little bit, maybe come in here so we can see. And then we're going to use the grid tool, which makes it all nice and red. And let's try 70. And then if we click up here, so that's a little big. It's definitely not good that we're bigger down here and less here. That means it probably isn't right, which means I might have to go and do something. So we do have the offset tool here that might be able to help a little bit, but I mean, here we're basically online here, and then we start going off again. Yeah, it gets pretty bad. Well, maybe what I should do, maybe we could go fix these, because we're gonna have to do it on every one of them, I believe. I don't think this is going to. I mean, 70 looks closer. But yeah, we've definitely got an offset there. So what if we went to our Y? Hopefully it's not way lag. It doesn't look like anyone's really on yet, so I can't get any input. But let's go ahead and see what happens if we set this to like -5. Yeah, so that's just offsetting the entire thing. We might have to go do it the other way, which is fine. I'll just have to go add that to my scene info so I can actually launch MapAlign. And then I got to remember where I put all. Oh, I remember where I put all these images. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close this. We'll come back. I'm not going to mess with anything just yet in here. I'm just going to hit Save Changes because we're going to go get new images and make sure they all align properly, all 4 of them, with the grid, and then we'll come back in here. Kind of seems like a 2x2 is what they're using actually for a grid square. Yeah, you can actually see it really good here. So this is one square, this is another. So all right, let's go do that. Let me go add, go back out of studio mode. I need to go launch my grid tool. Get a little bigger, I guess. Now I don't use this a lot, so I'm gonna probably look kind of dumb as I do it because it takes me a while to remember exactly how to use it. But I think I can drag images into it, and let me go add it real quick. So I need to go and go to here, go add. We need to do a window capture, add a new window capture. We will select please be in here. MapAlign, perfect. All right, so there's that. Go ahead and hit OK. So now I think you should be able to see that. I'm going to move that below the webcam so I can still be on it. Or maybe what I'll do is just do this. Maybe shrink it a little bit and put it right here-ish. Move that down and in. Just make sure you can see it all. All right, so maybe that's probably better anyway. Then we'll just kind of stretch it like that. So I'll only cover a tiny bit. All right, so if I remember right, I don't think I have to click open. I think I can actually drag an image in, but I don't remember for sure. The nice thing about this tool, when you do actually save the image that you're doing, it will actually put those numbers in it for you to tell you what the size and stuff is, or what the grid size is. So we're gonna see if we can get this to work out okay, and then we'll do it to all the images, get them all the same. I'm thinking it looked like maybe, let's see, maps. So I can't do two things at once apparently. Guildhall, and then let's see if this will work. First floor. No, I guess I can't drag. All right. So what I could do is hit Control C, and then go here, hit open. I did hit open, right? Did it open somewhere? It's thinking. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and Control V, my path in there, and hit open. Wait, that's just Guildhall. Hit enter on that maybe. Oh, it doesn't support WebP. No. Oh. All right, this got a little more interesting because now I have to go. I'm gonna go. Great. I should have played with this a little bit more. All right, so now we're gonna load another tool. I don't know. Maybe I will. It might be good to have that one in here as well. My Affinity Studio, which is kind of like Photoshop for those of you who don't know. However, it's completely free. It's really nice. And very, very powerful. It's the closest to Photoshop that I found, and it's actually what I've switched to because Photoshop's just getting more and more expensive to keep up. All right, so I'll go show you Affinity now. So let's go add another source. This one will be another window capture. We will call this Affinity, and that is Affinity. Probably not the null one. Maybe, hold on, let me close this real quick so I get the right one. And drag this in there. I have two showing up. I have one called Affinity Null, which I'm not sure what that is. And then Affinity, and they're both, I guess I could just try one. There we go. All right, I think that's good. Window capture. So this one I need to quickly change to map align. And then this one, I'm kind of confused what, oh, okay, I see what it's doing. Oh, it is so big. Let's go ahead and shrink this down a lot. There we go. So if you've never used Affinity, it's a very nice program. And then we're going to go ahead and put that down here. Maybe down here. There we go. Hey, I see me again. All right. So, but why is it not actually showing you? Hold on. You're not seeing what I'm seeing. Maybe that's the Affinity Null is the image that's being done in it. Although you're seeing the bars and stuff, that is so weird. And you actually see the background there. Am I missing something? You don't see the image. How weird is that? Let's go ahead and do AFFINITY affinity. It might, let me try and load the other one then that said affinity null. It's not here anymore. Alright, I'm thoroughly confused. Do I need... That's capture audio. Capture... Yeah. Alright, well, obviously you don't get to see the image. I'm really curious. If I, like, opened a new image, would you see it? Is it just because I... let's see. Do I have favorites? Let's go to... I think it's this one. No. File. New. Let's just pick... Is there... There's a 720. So let's just create that document. That is the weirdest thing. You guys don't get to see it. Sorry. All right, well, I'm going to quickly save these. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the affinity and the map align since it's not showing you. Let me quickly save these or export them back out as PNGs, and then we'll be able to deal with them there and bring them into map align. So I'm going to, let's see, I need this. Let's just see where the default place it's looking is the desktop. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and export. Sorry about the unable to see. The WebPs are a lot better, so it might even, once I get them, it might be a good idea to go move them to WebPs because they're going to be a lot smaller than a PNG. For example, this one as a PNG, you can't see it, but basically the one you're looking at there, as a PNG is 5.4 megs, and as a WebP file, it's 1.5 megs. So if you, for example, I'm on Molten Hosting and I do have limited amount of space that I actually can have. I get like 10 or so gigs. I think I'm up to 30 because I paid extra. But if, now where's this saving it? All right, Guildhall, first floor. Actually, no, the best thing probably would be to, nah, I'm just going to do it this way. So close. I'm just going to hurry and try and get these up real quick. So here's the Guildhall basement. And export. Export. That one there. And then close that. Second floor. Export. Export. So I may or may not have someone on. If you just joined and you want to say hi, go ahead and say hi. I have to go and realign the grid on these maps, so it's slowing us down a little bit, but this will actually be a good lesson. And then the roof. Export and export. Okay, so now I have all those in a spot. Let me go and move them where I can access them easily. Where'd you go? Here. All right, so I need you. I don't think I can grab all of them. All right, let's do them one at a time then. Is that doing it? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. All right, well, since Affinity didn't work, we'll just ignore Affinity. All right, so now that I have these in a PNG format, let me go turn back on the map align one. All right, so now that we have the map align tool, and I think you can still get this. It's a really good tool. I mean, it's old. I don't think there's been any updates or anything for it. But it seems to work just fine still. And it's actually pretty old. So we're going to go ahead and do an open here real quick. And move this over here so I can go paste my location. Control C, go here. Control V, and there we go. All right, so let's start with the first floor. So the first thing you do in MapLine, and this is the part I always forget, is that you find an area, and I forgot the zoom is incredibly crazy fast. I just rolled the wheel and we like zoomed in super close, and now it's thinking for an hour. So right now you can see why it's thinking. Yeah, look, we went from, I don't know what it was, to 1600%. Now we're at 800. It's best to use this one up here. I'm just trying. Oh, I did that wrong. Can I undo that? I don't know if I can undo that or if I have to just do this again. I'm just going to do this again. So the first thing, and this is the part that always messes me up, is you draw the grid. It looks like this is the actual grid. Yes, on the map. So what you want to do is find just a decent spot where there's a single square. Usually it's best around like one of the edges, because then it's going to show you everything from that. So I'm going to grab right here, maybe hopefully zoom in just a tiny bit without it going cuckoo on me, just so I can make sure that I get the right size. So we're going to go ahead and basically start right here, and we're going to drag this little square so that it's one full square. Now what you'll see is as we go further away from this perfect one, we get a little bit further away, and if we get way over here, it's actually not terribly bad. It's the up that definitely gets bad. So it looks like our grid going this direction actually is not bad. But what you can do then is, so you can see here, it is tiny bit, actually might not even be that off. But what we can do is we can just nudge it. So what we can do is nudge each of these, which technically I think what it's actually doing is stretching the image just slightly as you go. So if we, and this is, once again, this is going to be trial and error because it's been a long time since I've done this. So if I click, say this is a full big one, this is a medium size, and this is tiny bit. So if we do one, I'm just going to show you, you can see how it nudged it upwards, right? So I want to kind of nudge it downwards so that it's covering that line. And now you can see we're actually pretty good. Maybe we could nudge this one just slightly because I'm off. No, I don't like that. This one's off right here, but I'm not going to worry about that as much. Actually, I think I messed it up by doing that. This direction looks good now. As you can see, the lines are pretty okay there, and our grid's at 70. As we're going up, we can see if it's still going off. So right here, you can see it's actually going off a little bit more. So maybe I'm gonna give it another little nudge. And you can see we're still okay down there. And it's looking pretty good going up. That's actually decent. So what this has done is basically just stretched out our image, from what I'm understanding, just a tiny bit in both directions. And this will make it so our grid actually now will align on it. So I'm not going to convert it back over to WebP. I'm actually going to load the bigger pictures, but once we get all done, I'll actually go change everything back because I don't want to take a lot of extra time. So now we're going to hit save, and you'll see the default save here that it wants to do is going to be, it wants to save as a JPG. Because I have transparent backgrounds, WebP and PNG are kind of what I need. Here I could actually do the JPG and save a little bit of space. If you don't know the difference, JPG is basically saving every single pixel, where PNG is saving ranges. So if one color, for example, an exact black, like from here to here, it would actually say this is black starting here, and it's solid black to here. So it's more kind of like a dot to dot. With an image that's constantly changing colors, that is actually a lot less efficient because you're saving more information, so you actually have it be bigger as a PNG. Vector art is really, really efficient for saving as a PNG because basically vector art is kind of like a dot to dot where you can shrink it or grow it no matter what. So in this case, we're still going to save it as a PNG, even though it's a little less efficient, just so I don't forget. But the neat thing about this is it's showing you that this is the name of it. It is at 70 pics, so we now know it's at 70, and its width is 34 squares by 22 on the height, right? So 34 wide, 22 high. So we're going to go ahead and save that. And then we're going to go grab the next one. So that was there. We're going to go ahead and do the basement. This is the basement. So go ahead and grab this one. Now this one, as you can see, is definitely a PNG because it has the transparent areas. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to find an area that is usually it's best to do it kind of close to corners. That you can actually still see the stuff. There's not very good. Maybe that I can't see that line very well. I'm gonna go off. This could make it rough. We're gonna see, but I can actually see the best like right in here. It's really obvious. Here is pretty good, but I think this is a little more sure. So let's go ahead and zoom into 200. Don't drag across the screen like I did. It's not like a virtual tabletop where you can move your location. So we're just gonna grab maybe right here and call that a square, like so. So let's go ahead and look and see how it looks. This one's actually not terrible. I mean, it's a tiny bit off, but I'm okay with that. This one's actually not bad at all. So we're just going to save it as is. I am going to save it just so it has this additional information on it because that's kind of nice. But once again, it is, if we do it, whoops, not that one. If we do it as a JPEG, it will fill in all this as white. And we definitely don't want that. We want it PNG so we can maintain that transparency. So let's go ahead and do that, and hopefully that actually worked properly. Yes, it did. All right, let's go open the next one. And go open. Did it open the window? Maybe I didn't click it. So we have the first thing. So now let's, we have the basement, the first. Let's go ahead and do the second floor now. And find a decent spot for that. Now this one really would be bad to save as a JPEG because this is actually a transparent grayish layer, so it's a semi-transparent layer, and as you can see with the JPEG, it's completely dark. These green areas definitely are the best. If we want maybe this one right here. So let's go ahead and zoom in. No chats, unless chat's not working, who knows. Then let's come down a little bit, over a lot bit, and let's do that one right there. So let's go ahead and grab this and draw our square just like that. All right. Maybe it was only that first one that was off, because this actually looks decent as well. Yeah, actually that looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. We're going to change it to PNG so we don't have that non-transparent background. So hit save. Looks good. And let's go grab the last one, and then I'll quickly upload those and we'll do our thing. So let's go do the roof now. Now this one's kind of tough. Oh, doggone, I did it again. This one is a little tough because we have a grid within the grid. We can still see it, but actually it'll help when we have the little red lines. Let's do maybe right here. We're at 200, so that's pretty big, I guess. That's fine. Maybe right here. Go ahead and draw our square. And it really seems like it might have just been that first floor. That all looks really good, and I don't think there's anything going this direction. And yeah, actually that all looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Did I hit open? I did. Hit save and go ahead and hit PNG, and we'll go ahead and save it. All right, so now that we have that, we know it's going to be at 70, which is going to be good because we have all the information we need attached to the image name now. All right, so here's what I'm going to do really quick. I'm going to launch my FTP program, and I'm going to upload these. So let's see how big they've changed. So that basement changed. So the PNG is 3.19 megs, and my WebP one is only 818 KB. Not even 1 meg. Almost 1 meg. All right, so let me do this real quick. Log in to my server, click on Guildhall. I'm going to change these to names so I can see those. So it's you, and you. I don't think I grabbed that last one. Give it a second. There we go. Okay, back in business. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Now we're going to go back in here to our Misadventuring Misfits. We're going to edit. We're going to go here, and now you'll see we actually have, so this is first floor. So now we have that. We know it's going to be 70, so we're actually going to get a better grid by doing 70. We're going to go ahead and save and see how it looks. Yes, go ahead and do it. All right. still looks off. I mean, this is right. Oh wait, no, that's, am I looking at my grid? Did I might have offset my grid already, didn't I? I don't remember if I kept that offset. I think I did. Let's just go check, because it still looks weird. No offset. So our grid is actually over here. So it does need offset, because my guess, if we go look over on this side over here, it doesn't line up to the corner just yet. But once we get it there, did I do, maybe it didn't save the map. Hold on a second. No, we did the right one. All right, here's what I'm going to do, because it looks like it's being weird. I'm going to go ahead and hit edit real quick so I don't have to type it. We're going to hit C right there. I'm going to close this real quick. Wait, what's this say? Use keyframe frequency for of our 4 seconds or less. What? Stream help. They had an error on YouTube. I had another one. Hold on. Please use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Current keyframes are not being sent often enough, which can cause buffering. The current keyframe frequency is 8.3 seconds. Note that the ingestion errors can cause incorrect group of picture sizes. Oh, there's our issue. So can I do that here, or do I have to do that in my stream here? Do I do it here? Where do I set to pass high resolution? Of course, I don't know where to set that. Quality. I just want it to work. Use keyframe frequency of 4 seconds. Is that feels like it's something I set in OBS. Keyframe interval seconds. Oh, it's set to auto. So if I say 4 and OK. I have no idea if that's going to screw things up or not. Or less. Okay, so I did that. Hopefully we don't see this little error anymore. Current stream bitrate is 10/219. It's higher than recommended bitrate. We recommend 25. Wow, that's way higher than bitrate. Can I change that without it? So yeah, it's set to 10,000 and they say 2,500. Okay. One of these things is definitely going to say, so 2,500. I don't know what that's going to do. I don't know enough about this stuff to... Alright, so I've set those two things for YouTube. If any of you guys are watching and you're seeing issues, let me know so I can get them taken care of. I'm not seeing any recommendation. Wait, what's this? Oh, nothing. Delete. Wait, is there something else here? STN1970. I don't know if you're still on. If you are, wait, I don't see it in here that you just chatted. Oh, that's not good. Show viewer, done. Clear chat. Alright, I do see... Yo! STN 1970. but I don't see it in my OBS one, which is kind of sad because that's supposed to be able to show me both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. And it says it's connected. Now it says 3 people are watching. I'm still here. Oh, good. Hopefully the delay's not terribly long. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to continue. I guess maybe the OBS thing's only showing me the other chat. So I'm going to keep this one up so I can see it. Alright, so let's continue on and see if we can get this thing working right. So I'm just going to delete this one. It's weird though, because then I see the image being like duplicated. Alright, we're going to hit paste. Do that. We're going to change grid to 70. And then we'll go grab our image. And this is the guild hall first floor. Select file and save. And maybe we leave it at 100. Maybe the 70 is something else. But let's see how that looks. Actually, I think that's actually lined up. Close enough for government work anyway. Alright, so yeah, I think that's actually fixed our issue. So and now what we can do is go add layers to it. So where we actually have multiple. So this is the first floor. We're going to go ahead and add. It's Ryu. Yeah, I know. This is D&D, D&D Online. I know who it is. I recognize your username, even though it's been a long time. How's it been going? I was about to say your name, but then I'm like, oh wait, maybe I shouldn't say his name. All right, let's go ahead and add. I'm really bummed that it's not showing me in OBS chat. Because last time it actually was showing me the Twitch in OBS chat. Now I actually have to keep this one open here. But oh well. Let's go ahead and add our other layers. So we have our ground layer here. We're going to want to have, and I think I'm going to have 20-foot ceilings just because that way if you have flying things, they like to be able to fly a little bit. This is a nice guild hall. So what we want to do is come into levels here. And as you can see, we have our default level, which is, or our level here. Once we get another one, I think there comes an option where you can actually set the default level. Or maybe that's in here, I don't remember. But anyway, so we're going to go add our other levels and make sure that our grid aligns up, on them as well. So the way we do that is we come in here where it says levels. You can see this says 0 to 20. So my next one, I'm trying to remember, do I usually set it to 21? I think I set it 20 to 40 if I remember right. Let me just check just to make sure. Yeah, you can include the same level on the top one. Okay, so what we're gonna do is then our basement will be 0 to -20. So we can go add that. Let's go ahead and add our basement. We'll just call this basement. And we'll create that level. And now we have this little thing here. Now, if we actually click the edit to get more information, because right here we have very basic stuff about our level, we can actually also click the edit here and change a lot more of it. So here we can actually call it the ground floor, or FIR, first floor. And then here's where you can add the foreground if you have a fog of war map that you want to put on, overlay it so that as they uncover it, it uncovers it. You know, you can do that with the unexplored image. You can also offset the the level and stuff, and all you can do all kinds of fun stuff with it. But mostly the big thing that we care about right now is the name of the level to keep track of it, where the bottom of it is, and where the top of it is. So we're gonna go ahead and hit save on that. So it's called first floor. The basement, we're going to, I thought we could move them. I guess we can't. That'd be nice if you could move them just so, although it might be sorting them by, might be sorting them. I don't remember. I thought you could move them, so like you could kind of move them in the order that they're actually there. So this is going to be our basement. Let's go ahead and we're going to grab our texture, which will be our basement 70 down here. We're going to hit select. Now here you'll see we have our other options. Is this where I'm thinking it is? Actually, I think the grid, the grid's going to stay the same for all of them. Then the other thing is what levels are able to be seen from this level. So if I remember right, from a basement, it really can't see any other levels, right? It doesn't have an open view, where our other two levels do have open views into lower levels, which is why we'll set them that way. I'm just going to double check something real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. So what we're going to do here for this one is its top is going to be 0, because it's basically from the floor of this one, and it will go to -20. So that will be, that level is saying it's this much below the top level. And then we're just going to keep stacking them. So this level, technically, there's no visual areas where you can see through the level that's above into this level. So we're not going to set anything else other than that. So we're going to go ahead and hit save. And now you'll see here, if I click show levels, you can see we have a basement or first floor. I need to go configure my mini navigation. So it's a lot cleaner. All right, so let's go ahead and unload this guy real quick. Toggle navigation, get rid of it. All right, so let's go and add our second level now. So we're gonna go and add our second level the same way we did before. We're gonna just call this SECONDLEVEL. I need to minimize this so I can see if any more chat's going on. The fellas say, what's up? Not much, just trying to stream. Hopefully, is the audio quality, is it lagging? Is it buffering or anything like that? So second level. Now, from the second level, we are able to see the first and the third level. So we don't have the third level yet, but we're going to go ahead and add that. Usually it's best before you go add that is to actually go add all your levels. No, it's fine. Perfect. That is so good to hear. So let's go ahead and add our level. So this is going to start at 20 and go to 40. And this one will be second floor. And let's go and open that. And we'll save that for now. So now you can see we have, it really bugs me if those don't sort properly. Our second level basement and our first floor. Let's go ahead and add our rooftop. So I'm just going to keep with it and call it third floor. And create the level. And then we will go ahead, and so this one goes from 40 is where the bottom of it is, and it will go to 60. And then this texture will be our third floor. And now, if we save those changes, we now actually have a multi-level scene. I want to go change couple things real quick just so this is a little cleaner. We're going to go to a mini scene navigation, And I like it to scene level control. Is this the one? That's fine. Double click to activate, left click, show buttons, show true scene name. Maybe it's already showing it. Compact scene tiles. Actually, I guess it is set. Alright, so now I want to... Why is it still showing this one though? Unload. I think maybe I have to go in here to undo it. Region maps. So if I go... Or maybe, did I activate this one? No, I didn't. That must be it. There we go. So now if we go in here, we can actually see, here's our region maps, and we have, oh, not region maps, sorry, our Misadventuring Misfits map is right here. If we click on this little guy, you can see all of our levels. And then we can actually bounce between the levels that we want. So, for example, if we want to go to the basement, we can go make sure our grid, like I said, this is the tough one, but our grid looks good there. Let's go to second level. Grid looks good there. And you'll notice, so in our second level, we should be able to see the first level. But here we can't see the first level because we haven't set it up. This is kind of a darkened transparency, as I mentioned. And so we're not able to really see anything other than the grid through it right now. But if we go into our second level and hit edit, this will just pull up that one section. And what we can say is from this level, I'm able to see the first floor. And I think technically you can also say the third floor because it's also open air and it's just above it. So if we hit save change, now you can actually see, actually I didn't want third floor just yet. But you can actually see the third floor, which is this area here and this roof here. The second floor technically is this roof, the gangplank here, this balcony here, and the court here. So if I go, I'm just going to temporarily turn off the third floor one. And now you can actually see, we can also see the first floor. This is actually looking at the first floor. So if we switch to the first floor, you'll see that everything is lined up like that bear didn't move or anything like that. It actually is the first floor. Now if we go to the third floor, now once again, we don't see anything. So from the third floor, I do know that you have to see the second floor and you have to see the first floor, and I'll show you why. So if we go in here, click edit, and we say that I'm only able to see the first floor, we're going to go ahead and save changes on that. You'll see now we actually see the first floor, but we're missing some things. We're missing our gangplank, we're missing the roof here, we're missing the balcony because those are second floor assets. We need to be able to see those as well. That means we want to also see the second floor from the third floor. So we're going to go ahead and enable second floor as well. And when we hit save changes, now you can see we are able to see all of our things in its layers. And if we have a, how am I going to do this? Hold on real quick. I'm going to launch something so I can actually have a character real quick and show you how you can see your players and stuff like that through the floor. So I'm going to load this one right here. And I need to go, I don't think I have a token on this yet. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and grab a token. Let's go, oh, I haven't cleaned this up yet either. Let's go grab, for example, Ezrin. He's always good because he has magic. And we'll grab level 1 Ezrin. We'll right click. We'll go ahead and import him. So we have him. And then we will, I want him to be on the first floor. So let's go first floor. We'll drag him out, put him here. And I want that to be controlled by a player. So I'm going to go ahead and control by TazzCam. So we're going to configure ownership. I'm going to go ahead and all players know, but I'm going to set TazzCam to the owner. And then I need to move this here. I have to do a lot of swapping of screens, so forgive me. TazzCam signing in. So right now we don't have any walls or anything like that. So Ezrin's going to be able to just walk through anywhere. But if I'm on a different floor, I'll still be able to see him because I have the visibility between those floors. There are reasons you might want the third floor one to be able to see third floor from first floor and third floor from second floor, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I'll show you some things. In some ways it's kind of annoying, but if you actually have a player that's on those upper levels and stuff, you'll want to be able to see them. Didn't I just click this? TazzCam. Thought I did this. Unless it booted me. Alright, so let me go set this real quick. I like my magenta. Everything sticks out with magenta. And 0. Why does it keep booting me? Huh. It keeps saying I get in. They just had an update and it kind of did some weird stuff. So I'm not sure if that might be causing issues. Alright, let's save that. I can go here and grab TazzCam user configuration. I'm not sure why it keeps booting. I might go check the console and see if it's saying something. Let's go ahead and just use a nice teal color. Something like that. Ezrin, that's all good. Okay. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. I need to move this over on top of all my Twitch stuff. I'm going to hit F12 real quick. Hit F. There we go. Let's see. Don't show again. 2 errors. Packages. Wait, is this saying filter resource? I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna do anything because then it'll start adding entries in there, but I'm gonna try and log in once more. TazzCam successfully joining the game, and right here it even shows that TazzCam's joining the game. Maybe I should try not using FLC. TazzCam is showing down here now. And it just booted me. Stupid thing. Alright, let me try. I'd have to do it through incognito if I did that. Maybe I can do it through here. Where is other bookmarks maybe? to go grab my link real quick. It might be FLC causing the issue. I don't know. We're going to find that out right now. I'm going to go grab this. Control C. Go paste it in here on Firefox. And go put in TazzCam. Why is those yellow? Update. Okay, that says it's logging in. Logging in. It's showing it there. TazzCam's moved down to the bottom spot. No, it's not FLC. It's got to be something with the newest update. Well, I imagine they'll get it fixed. Anyway, all right. So I guess I can't really show you that properly, because if I move my view to the second level, but I then try and control zzRN, it'll jump down to that bottom level. But one thing that we can see, so if you're not familiar with the new levels and stuff, this doesn't always work, which is kind of weird. So if I grab another character, we're going to see if this works. I don't usually have much luck with this one. Let's grab Maricel. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and import her. We'll go add her first level here as well. So, for example, if zzRN were at a higher level, it would then register him on level 2. So if I moved him up to, say, 20, now this doesn't always work. However, you can also change it right here with this little change levels thing. And you can see I can change third, second. That really, maybe they fixed that a little bit, but in the past that hasn't been the greatest thing. So if I come here and I say 20, you'll see he is now 20 feet up, but it's still showing he's on first floor. So if I actually then moved him to second level, it will move him to second level. You'll see Maricel is now 20 feet below. And if we go look at him, it shows he's a 0, right? So technically he is above. So if we go to him and look, maybe I could still do it. Maybe if we move him, say, over here on the second level, and then we click on Maricel, who's on the first level, and move her, say, here, and then switch to the second level, you can actually see Maricel down here. So I guess that's what I want to show you, is how cool it is that you can actually see her moving down there and stuff. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. Just because I can't log in. I'm not 100% sure I understand why, but I'll definitely get that figured out. So Maricel is now down there. He is up here. So if I click on her, of course I don't think I'm able to see second level. So if I go to first level, and I believe we didn't set this yet, right? So from first level, we should be able to see second level. But the thing that this is going to cause is now a Maricel, I can actually have her moving down there, but now she moves behind the wall. And the reason it's doing that is because it's looking at these levels kind of as one level. It doesn't know how to differentiate, I guess. So what we need to do is define a region called I think it's called define surface. I think that's what it's called. So what we need to do is then go around our whole second level and define a surface and call this the second level surface. So we're going to do that. I don't know if it's really picky if you're right up against the edge. It doesn't take terribly long. I'm definitely going to go easy around the flags and stuff like that. Those are on the first level, the wagon and stuff. But once we do that, it will be where Maricel, then when she goes through, actually here as well, because that's technically, this is considered solid, even though we can see through it. But when she's out here, we can always see her. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to define our region for the, we need to hide our levels real quick. For our level, I'm going to close this so I can make it a little bigger and shrink this guy so we can make it even a little bigger so we can do this a little faster, I think. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go into our region panel, which is right here. And we're going to say that we want to create a new region, and we just want to do the poly. So we're just going to start. Now, this is where it's a little, like, Foundry is super sensitive. Like, if you're dragging a region and you go just up to the edge, it really jumps up high and fast. You kind of have to be careful. So, but at the same time, it's harder to get more fine detail if you're not down close. I'm going to loosely set our defined level. I'm not going to go super close against the edges and see if it actually has any real big effects. So we're on draw polygon. I'm going to go ahead and start my polygon right here by clicking. I might technically be in that area, so it's not going to let me do it. I just got to find a spot where I'm not over all these other things. So let's go ahead. Now can I do it? I am draw. Maybe I should actually start elsewhere. Or do you have to drag? You might have to drag it a little bit first. So I clicked and dragged, and now I've got it. So I'm just going to kind of outline this just loosely to see if it actually works okay. And we're just going to go around. Like I said, it's a little weird just because of how far away I am from everything. But like I said, let's just try it. So right now you can just kind of ignore the blue that's being formed. It'll start being, there you go. Now that we're a little lower, it's actually going to be inside the area we want. So let's go there. Oh, that one's low. Oh, this one's going to be rough. So now we can go in there. I'm really hoping it's not finicky and you have to be super close. I don't think you do, to be honest. You can have that little leeway. And I'm really hoping when we get to those flags that you don't have to, because that'd be a pain to have to highlight exactly them. So I'm just going to go really loose on them. I guess we'll find out. To there, up to the tip of the flag, over, down, and to here, here, and I think I could double click here and it will just close it. No. Do I have to go back to, I don't remember. I thought I double clicked. Yeah, there we go. I just didn't double click right. So now that we have this region, I forgot to make sure I'm not on second floor. Doggone it. Well, we'll have to just move it up, which isn't too big of a deal. but it's always best to be on the floor that you want the region to be on when you draw it. So now that we have our region, we can actually we can go here, and now we can double click it, and we can say that, I think it's under placement, we can say this is actually second floor region. So it's on second floor, which will, I think then we have to actually set this as well. So 20 to 40. But the big thing for this one is we want to set what type of region this is. So I'm going to choose, blue's probably fine. I'm going to set red to 0, green to 0, and blue to 255, so we get a true blue. So blue is going to be our region, our floors. That's a dark blue. And then what we want to do is come into behaviors. We want to click on, did I click the right thing? Hold on. Where'd my region go? No. Where'd it go? Did I just lose my region? Excuse me. Okay. Oh, we weren't on the first floor anymore. Jeez, that scared me. Where'd my region go? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and double click on the region. I have to, maybe now I have to go in here to get my region. There's my region. Double click on my region. And we want to add a behavior to it. And the only behavior we really care about right now is to basically call this a defined surface, which is right here. So now that we have a defined surface for it, I don't think we actually have to do anything. So I'm going to call this surface. We're going to call this, just so we have a name for it, let's do SECONDFLO floor surface. And then we'll hit save and we'll update the region. So now let's see if this did what I hope it did. So now let's go up to second floor. We'll grab Maricel, and you'll see now when we move Maricel, now you can see the second floor there, but I believe when Maricel goes under it, she is still not working right. Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're on first floor. That's basement. I didn't want basement. Second floor. I really hate that these are in the wrong order. All right, so obviously you can't see her. Let me just double check some stuff. I'm going to also check. It's like I'm checking chats real quick. I don't see any there. Let's see if I'm getting any. 713. Keyframe sequence. I'm still showing some weird errors. The current keyframe. They're not even saying any of these recommendations. Current keyframe frequency is 8.3 seconds, which we told you to set it to. I might just have to give up trying to double stream to YouTube and this. I'm looking at this stream and it doesn't look bad. Anyone that's watching on YouTube, let me know if it is bad. I can't tell. I mean, it doesn't look bad to me, just looking at the screen, but anyway. Let's go double check. I'm missing something. Let me go look at my other level here real quick. Region. Go into, is it this one? I just got to go check what I've set. Oh, Wait, did I do the wrong one? I did define surface, right? Hold on, let me double check. Yes, define surface. All right, so then the question would be, this is bottom. It looks like everything's there. Oh, maybe I don't have that set. Let me just double check. Oh, it might be this. The reveal. No, it's not that. It might be detect tokens below the surface. On my other one, I don't have that checked. I do have the bottom. Let me just check a couple other things real quick. Placement. Do I have Rampart? Close you real quick there. Okay, I don't want it to be as high. I don't want it to be 20 to 20. I just want it to be, 20 to 40. It's just 20 to 20. So it's basically like a very thin little paper. I feel like I'm still missing something. So let me just double check what I have set. Regions, its name. We'll call this the second feed lower. SURFACE. So we'll call it second floor surface. That's fine. That's fine. It looks like that's all good. The shape, that doesn't really matter. Now, actually, in my other one, I didn't have second floor on there. I don't have any floor. That might be it. And then that should all be the same. So let's see if that worked. Maybe it was the fact that we had that floor selected. So let's go back to Maricel here. What floor? Okay, so we're on first floor now. She's still... If I click on Ezrin, does it do it? Is that Maricel right there? Hold on, I'm missing something and I don't know what it is. So Ezrin, if he gets close to the edge, he should be able to see Maricel. No, he can't. I might have to cut a hole in that. But still, it should be... So if I'm on the first floor. Go to edit. Let me just check some things real quick because it's definitely being strange for me. Could it be the... I didn't set this with any floors, did I? Maybe this is it. As second level. Third level. I don't think that matters. So this would be... No, this is what floors it's visible. So basement definitely would not be in there. So if we're on third floor... I love it when things don't work the same way they worked in testing. All right, first floor. And I'm looking at, like I said, some of this might, there's a slight chance this might have something to do with the update that they did. Because it was a little goofy. But let's see if we can figure this out. So we have the second floor here. third floor. So right now it's showing the basement. There's our first floor. Edit. So second floor, 2040, able to see the first floor. See, when we had third floor, we were able to see the roof of the third floor. With first floor being set, yeah, so with first floor being set, now we're actually seeing the roof, but we're still, I don't think I have to define the first floor. Maybe I do, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the different things that I've done. So we have our second floor. We know if we come in here, we are able to see first floor, technically third floor. We'll go ahead and put that back, which should put the roof on there when we're there. Actually, maybe we do need the first floor to be mapped out. Because what we did is we define the second floor. So when we mouse over, let's try something. So my theory is now, because we define the surface of the second floor, if I mouse over anywhere or move her, or is it Ezrin? Probably Ezrin. No, that's still not doing it. So it's still not doing what I thought it would. Interesting. Let me see something. I think, let's go look at my little, I think I have it in here. I think I have my, I don't know if I have it enabled, and it's going to make a mess of our our compendiums. Oh, I do have my shared compendium, so it's already making a mess of it. So I want to find, oh, I already sorted it, I think. My stuff. Oh, beautiful. I did. So if I go to my scenes, we're going to go grab, oh, this one's not updated. Doggone it. I'm going to say we're going to go grab my other scene where I have a little keep that I did in on my YouTube video that's only 2 levels, but got it to end up working. Well, I guess the good news will be that by the time we figure this out, we'll be pros with regions. So let's go ahead and go look some more. Oh wait, why is that? Oh, because this is third floor we're looking at now. But now we're seeing the second floor through it. Maybe we should go define the levels for each of them and see if that helps. So let's go to first floor. I think what I need to do it though, so that I can see just the first floor, is go disable these guys. And then on second floor, I need to go disable its views as well, so that all I'm seeing is what it's able to see. At least disable third floor, I think. Because then I'll be able to actually see what it can see. Alright, so this is second floor. If we go down to first floor and second floor actually, I mean, the first floor is technically the entire map, though. Because this is everything. Do you do it? I don't know. So second floor surface on this one that I did is specifically there. So if I double click you, let me just see. So it's the defined surface is what it is, which is what we did, right? We did a defined surface. Yeah, because it says the same thing inside. So placement bottom. Let's just check this stuff. want to go here, second floor surface, behaviors. Alright, so name, that's unimportant. The behavior is enabled. Both of them say bottom. Restrict light is checked. Restrict movement is checked. Restrict sight is checked. Restrict sound is checked. Occlusion is unchecked. Reveal elevated surface is unchecked in this one. And cold tokens. So that's all correct. Levels, I don't think anything was set for levels. No, there's no levels. It's at 20 of 20. There's no attached tokens. Is restricted isn't checked. Movement blocking walls isn't checked. 0, that's the same. The only thing I'm thinking is I haven't upgraded. The one I'm looking at right now, I haven't actually upgraded, but I don't think that this would be, this wasn't anything to do with this was in the changelog. So I don't think it's this. Only when that's irrelevant, basically. Yeah, so everything that I see is the same. I do show on this one, I actually had a first floor surface that isn't marked as, well, it's kind of the entire map. It's loosely the entire map. So, and that one, let me just double check its stats and stuff. So that one actually does say first, second, and third floor on it. And it's elevation 0, 0. So maybe I do have to have the first floor one. I didn't think I did, but technically I could just draw the thing all the way around. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and hide this one just so we don't see it. And then when we're in it, I need to make it so it's only when unlocked. It's not locked. I guess if I go lock it, then it will disappear. Right? Maybe. There we go. All right. Oh, maybe it's because I had it highlighted. I bet that's it. All right. So let's go to the first floor then. So that is 20 and 20. Well, let's go create a scene. I guess it's just basically the entire bottom floor, right? And see if that will work. So if we come here, I need to shrink you back up. Not shrink you. Click you. And basically we are, make sure we're still on the, are we on the first floor? Show levels. Okay, we're on first floor. I have a setting that actually shows those go off to the side, which is a little nicer because they don't go into your screen. So let's do this. Click off, click on, just so it's not highlighting that anymore. And we'll go ahead and add a new region. And we're on the first floor, hopefully still. And we'll drag and unclick. And basically, I don't know why it wouldn't be the entire scene. Yay, there's our first floor region. All right, we're going to change its color to be the same, a nice blue. Put that to 0. Very nice. We'll go ahead and also set this to hide, so it won't always be visible. All right, I'm going to go double check my first floor. So like I said, it actually shows in its placement is 0 to 0. So we'll go ahead and set that. And then we'll set this to first. Oh, it automatically set it to first floor. Does it have to be the floor that it is? Maybe? But this other one didn't, I didn't set it to be, where'd that second floor one go again? Second floor surface. Yeah, I didn't have second floor surface. What about third floor surface? Although third floor surface does have first, second, and third. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll just play with it and see what we get. Alright, so now we have both our scenes. We'll go ahead and lock this one so that one can disappear. I don't think you can unselect. Maybe if we did that. There we go. Alright, oh, but it's actually just called region now. So, now let's go ahead. I'm only going to play right now with the first and second floor. I want to get that working properly. I got to go look at my settings for the the mini scene navigation. Make sure I remember which one it was I changed. Mini scene navigation right there. Alright, 1, 2, double click to activate. I had checked GM only. Wait, this is at the very... Oh, what? Oh, this is monk scene navigation. That's why that's being weird. Why is monk scene navigation enabled also? Not indie walls. I haven't, on this one, I haven't changed. All right, let's just look at these real quick. Show back button, I do want. Left click scenes to view. Double click, I usually don't have. Scene level control. Click current scene to show levels. Default is false. Show folders in scene navigation. That's enabled. Expand folders to the right. So that one is basically when you click here. When you have here, actually, you can see we have a folder. It expands to the right. So that's not what I'm looking for. Compact scene tiles in the scene panel. Darken scene directory listing. Enable nav toggle scene. Show notes icon on scene. True scene named GM. Maybe it didn't do that. Maybe I'm just being weird. Alright, whatever. So we'll go ahead and shrink that. Show scenes. Alright, so now that we have that, I guess I should have double checked and made sure that the scene was actually 0 to 0. Okay, good. We're good there. Region, we'll call this FIR, first floor, SUR, FACE, and we'll go define the behavior for the first floor. We want define surface, first floor, SUR, FACE, and create the region or create the behavior. So that's good. I think everything is the same other than the occlusion is not. Just making sure. I gotta check real quick, see if I have any chats. All right. So that should do that. So if we now update the region, click off that back on. So now we have two regions defined. First floor has its region, and we set it to show first, second, and third, right? Let me just make sure. First, second, and third. Choose levels which inclusion applies. An empty selection applies occlusion to all levels. So it wouldn't be itself. That doesn't make sense. And this, so the second floor, where'd it go? Is it because I'm on? Okay, so this isn't showing all of them at once. We're seeing everything. I don't like it when it disappears. So now we're on the second floor, and this has, it's showing, when we're on second floor, it's showing first and second. Okay, I didn't know it did that. That's actually kind of nice. Well, although it's showing itself. So if I do first and third, right? So this is, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong spot. I want the, I'm really confused now. Hold on, this is saying the second level. So we double click that. There we go. That's what I wanted. So from this one, we want to say first and third. Because if, as I'm understanding it, if the roof is there, when you mouse over that, makes the roof disappear because of the third occlusion. And first would say if there's a token on the first level that it's able, oh, whoops. Oh, bother. I'm on the wrong level. So let's see, does that do anything? Okay, this is actually good, except for now I don't see it when I'm out. Although maybe it's because I don't have the hole. Let's do this. No. Doggone it. I can't win. All right, let's do this. I don't give up easy. So now we have him. So maybe let's try and put the roof back on and see if that works for him then. Maybe I've got it part right, hopefully. So I go to third floor. Well, actually, I'm not saying I can see third floor from second floor. So let's, oh. Does it matter? I wonder if I have levels enabled on this. Does that matter? The old Ripper mod levels? Could that be causing issues? I do have it enabled. I do have it. Okay. I wonder if, I guess we'll find out. I don't think it has issues because he updated it to version 14. But maybe it does. So we're on her, although we can't see. All right, let's go set up so we see we're on first floor. Let's just go make sure from first floor we're able to see second floor and third floor. Save changes. So this should put the roof back on, which it did. Although I thought if I moused over it would go away, but it's not doing that. And she's able to go under it. Now that might be because, I mean, it's not going to, even the second floor is not going away because I be able to see the gangplank and stuff go away. So now we're on second floor, but this one doesn't show the roof. Levels are super easy, guys. Just use regions. Alright, so we have that. Maybe we should, let's just continue. We'll go ahead and set up a third level. I don't know why it, oh, it's, no. Viewed only? I don't know what that means, viewed only. But at least now I see it. I was worried that it was deleting it or something. Or maybe, oh, viewed only might be saying what floors, where I currently am, what I'm able to see. And since I took off first floor, I can't see that region. So maybe that's not talking about the map levels. That's talking about the regions. Because if I go in here and I say I'm able to see, I didn't have wait. I didn't have an option for the first floor. Third and second and basement. So if we go look at second, is it, yeah. If we, wait, was I doing that here? I can't remember. I think I was. So here, choose levels which inclusion applies, and empty selection applies to all levels. I mean, maybe should I try blanks on all of them? Second floor. No, gotta do it here. Placements, third and first, second and third, whatever. So now I guess let's go look at the third floor. And for that, I probably do want to turn off the second floor, because I don't, and maybe even the first floor, because I think it's only here and I don't want to go extra areas. So let's go ahead and get rid of those and hit save. There we go. So let's just go out of region for this, and then we'll kind of work from there. Maybe we should get a little bit right there. All right, so let's go add another new region. Oops, that's create holes. I might need that, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll click and drag, and then we can stop dragging. And maybe, no, I don't think it'd be because we're putting a little space around it. That doesn't make sense. So let's just go ahead and do this. Draw there. That was close. Oh, I thought we were done. Maybe bring it. Seems like that might be. Okay. So now we have that region. Let's go ahead and we'll lock it and do these other things just so it's in the same state as the others. Double click it and we'll go ahead and change it to blue. And almost too blue. True shapes, we're good there. Don't care about the shape. So this is third floor. First and second. I'm having a hard time totally understanding what those are for, because it seems like it's not necessarily the levels. This is actually more in where the region actually is. So we want 40 to 40 and no attached token. We want the behavior to be I'm pretty sure it's defined surface. Let's just see if there's anything else. Doesn't look like it. So it's definitely defined surface. This will be THIRD third. Yeah, that's how I was doing it. FLOOR surface. and hit update region or create region, I guess. We don't have to change anything in there other than that one, for whatever reason, is unchecked on all of them. Then here we can change region name to third floor surface and update the region. So now we have that. So we have all three of our surfaces, and they're highlighting their stuff. Let me go double check. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that button. That's going to cause it to not do anyway. All right, so if I go here real quick. So third floor surface, which is the roof. It has all three in that one. Second floor surface has none for whatever reason. And there's that doesn't matter there. Or does it? Let me just double check. It has all three as well. And then first floor surface has all three as well. So in my one that I did get working right, which is not a 3-level one, it has all the surfaces have all three in them. So I'm going to go do that and we'll see if that does it and then figure out why on earth it does or doesn't. So that one's done. Here's our second floor. Go ahead and add first, second, and third. And update first floor. Go ahead here, second, third, and first. Update region. If this works, I'm completely, I have no idea why it works. All right, so now what we need to do is set up third floor. It's able to see, it can't see itself, of course. I mean, it's always seen itself. So it's able to see second floor, and it is able to see first floor. Let's do them in order. So first and second from third floor, right? So we'll go ahead and save that. Now we can see everything. Still not working with the mouse over, but I'm not going to worry about that for a minute. Okay, second floor. We're going to go ahead and edit. It is able to see first floor and third floor. Save the changes. And then first floor. Edit. We're able to see second and third floor, which makes sense. We can see this and we can see this obscuring us when we're on that floor. Now I wonder, are there other areas? Like if I come in here to the main edit, maybe I'm missing something really obvious. Maybe there's like the occlusion in one of these settings and I'm just totally missing it. Visioneer we're not using on that. Grid, we're good there. Oh, here's the initial level I was telling you about. So anytime you load this map, it will always be on first floor. So you can actually set that to whatever one you want it to be. And this is also where you would set the initial capture view or the view position. I think in each of them, no, it doesn't look like, so it's just off the master there. Let's check visibility, individual. I don't think it's any of that. That's all for fog of war. Global illumination. It's not going to be the environment. I guess there was down there. I could check. Yeah, I'm not seeing it down here. Man, I wanted to get this all working, show you guys cool stuff, and then even show you how you can like make it so when it's raining inside the buildings it won't actually show up, but when you're outside it will. But it's being mean to me. All right, so let's go back here. So we're mousing over it. We're not getting anything. Why? What am I missing? I know I'm missing, and it's probably something super simple, or it could be something to do with the update. I don't know. That's 20 to 40. That's right. I don't know how many more times I can check the same things. Are there other behaviors? Let me just try and remember. It should be when you mouse over it. First, second, third. And that is at 20 to 40, 40, 40. Yeah, to 60. Oh. Oh, no. I don't want to delete it. I know there's nothing else in there. Is there another? I don't think there's any other. That's just that one. And adjust darkness would make it so that when you enter the region, the darkness changes. A lot of these aren't the default ones. Change level, define surface, difficult terrain, elevation, execute macro, music, open journal, pause game, region. I don't know what that one is, but I don't think that's a default one. Sense suppression. Yeah, that's the only one that normally does it. I really wish. Oh, you know what? I got an idea. Let's do this. I am going to get my other map up here. I know how I can do it. So if I go, where is my FTP? Why am I not seeing it? There it is. All right, so we're gonna launch that, and I'm going to. Do I have a folder open up from my Foundry? Not there, but if I go to here, we're gonna go look at the one that I actually set up. We're gonna go add that as a thing, so I know what I need to do, and it shouldn't take too long. So I want to go to Foundry. All right, while I'm here, go ahead and log that in. Go to full. Go to data. Not assets. Darn it. Go back out. Go to modules. Go here, go here, go here. Go to this modules. Go to my shared compendiums. Oh, maybe it's I did that on a D&D. No, because I used Ezrin. Yeah, sorry, thinking to myself. So I need to go to my shared compendiums right here. I'm gonna go delete everything from the server, and then go to this shared compendiums over here and copy it all up and hope that it just knows. And boom. All right, so while that's loading, it shouldn't take that long. The only thing I'm not 100% sure if it will refresh it. Yeah, because I was using... I don't have other ones, right? Spells. There's my scenes there. And all I had in it was Otari. I want to make sure that it's uploaded, and then we'll click on it. I might have to exit this world and go back in. Just to refresh the module, like when it scans the modules and stuff. So right now it's doing the D&D ones. I think it's done with the Pathfinder ones, and it's just doing my other ones as well. And there's some PF2E, perfect items. The big ones are the D&D because I have the D&D Beyond Grabber, Ripper, whatever you want to call it, and that has lots of data that it gets. Alright, so that's saying it's done. So let's go in here. Please, please, please show my little keep. Dang it. Alright, so let's do this. We'll go ahead and close this. Scroll down, go to return setup. This should work, hopefully. Yes. Oh, and then go back to my streaming one. Stretch my back while it loads. Click on Tasman, go ahead and join. Watch everything just work because I refreshed it. That really confused me. All right. It's still not doing it, so at least, I mean, I don't think that's a good thing. But hopefully now when we go into here and go to my stuff and go to my scenes. What? Why is it not there? Is it in my other one? All right, let me try something before I start crying. Let's do this. There's actually, I thought I updated it to my Foundry version 14.1, but maybe I only did it in my 13.1. So I'll go grab that one. Foundry, go ahead and click on you. And go to my portable now, because that's what I moved the 13 to. This is the problem with having multiple versions on your system when you're testing and stuff. You forget where you put stuff. So this should definitely be in here then. Let's see, when was last updated? Packs. Let's go to packs. Scenes. PF2E. Scenes. 713 and 14. That's because I just moved them, so it's going to say today. I think they might be different. 23K, 23K. Alright, we're going to try one more time. See if we can get this to work. I'm going to copy this shared compendiums from my version 13, where I created it in version 13, and replace the one that's up here and see if that works. So let's go to shared compendiums. We're going to delete this. I wonder if I did properties. Does this tell me the size? No, not in this one. Alright, let's go ahead and delete the web one. Did I already do it? I think I already did it. It just needs to refresh. Or is it because I was in it? Now it's saying it's locked, but it might be because I just opened it. Let's go ahead and try again. Delete. Forbidden. Yes, they're locked. Alright, let's do this again. Let's go ahead and return to setup again. Once we get the setup, we'll go ahead and try again. Maybe what I'll also do is when we're out here in setup, before I reload it, I'll hit refresh. But let me do this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can delete it now. No, it still thinks the files are being used. Why do you think the files are being used? Abort. Abort! Compendiums. They shouldn't be being used now. Here, let's refresh real quick. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. I don't think I have any windows open with it in it. Okay, let's move these over here just so I can see the chat in case you guys are saying stuff. Is video buffering using low latency toggle under advanced menu settings, disable low latency mode? I have no idea what you're talking about. You guys probably won't see that anyway. Alright, so oh, that's the YouTube one. Unless it's frozen. Wait, did it freeze? Hello? I'm gonna hit refresh on this. Everything's breaking! Alright, get rid of you. Okay, that's not having issues anymore. This is, I wonder, why am I getting that now? We've refreshed this. If we go out, I wonder if I could just, can I get rid of packs? Why are we getting forbidden on all of them? Looks like it's mostly NPCs. So I wonder, could I skip those? Did it delete the other ones? Okay, so it did look like it deleted everything except for those. Can I delete these one at a time? Forbidden. Why is it saying forbidden? How'd the permissions get changed? Click this. Can I rename them or anything just so that they get out of the way? I doubt I can do that. No. Great. Which means I'm going to get that error when I'm uploading. All right, we'll figure this out. So shared compendiums. Wait a minute. Why is it showing this though? Okay. Shared compendiums. So I'm thinking I might get an error, although it seems like it usually overwrites without even asking. So maybe it won't. But I'm not sure why it's saying that those files are forbidden all of a sudden. Hopefully it just overwrites them. Okay, so far so good. It's doing the DDB stuff, which that takes a minute. Now it's doing. Okay, it's done with D&D Beyond stuff. Doing Marvel. Doing my classes, my feats. Now it's doing PF2E. This is where I'm thinking we might get the error, but we didn't. So that's good. I'm happy about that. Okay, it says it's done and I didn't throw any errors, so I'm going to minimize you. I'm going to minimize you just in case it doesn't work. Hit F5. So this is my other one, and I'm pretty sure this one actually has it. Actually, you know what I could do? I could go look at my shared compendium in here, which is my version 14 one. I think I have that one in here. I do not have it enabled yet. So let me go do that real quick. Alright, so we've refreshed that. I'm going to go ahead and load that. So while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and check to see if the file's in here. Because it's a lot less complex than the other one I was messing with. So hopefully that will help me refresh my memory on some of these things. Alright, so I'm looking for shared. This one's not even listed. Oh, that's PF2E still. So much PF2E. Okay, there's my shared compendiums. Go ahead and save. Alright, let's go here. Click zzMan. That. Reload now on this one. And now we wait. And wait and wait. All right. All right, am I going to cry or am I going to be happy? And it didn't add any new ones, did it? We don't see anything that says my or anything like that. My compendium stuff. Doesn't look like it. All right, come on, show me some good news. Doggone it. I don't get why that's not there. All right, so let me check here. I know it's in that file that I just uploaded. All right, I'm gonna see if it's on this one then. Scroll all the way down to my scenes. That only has Atari. All right, let me check one last thing here. If I go Turn setup. Okay. All right, so we're still having the same issue. Why? That is the question. Let's do this. So anytime we load, I want it to be where it's not getting overlapped by anything. So let's click on this, edit, and we will go to levels and go ahead and set the default zoom level and the size. All right, let me see. Is it in here that I did it? Demo, box. I don't think it was that one. Could have been this one. I know I have it somewhere. All right, so let's think about this. So we have our levels. I think we have them set up right. So we have our base level. First floor is 0 to 20. Then the basement is -20 to 0, 20 to 40, 40 to 60. So that all looks right there. Man, can I join it? Yes. I really hope this is the one. Close you. Don't ask again. Let's go to... Oh, yes, this one has it. All right, so here's what I could do then. I can... where to go? I can do this. So it's here. Then I can go down here. I can load up my scenes. I think it... Does it bundle it with the actual scene, with the images? I don't think it matters because I do have the actual... The path is going to be the same. So it is locked, so it's going to yell at me if I do that. So hold on. Go back to the compendiums. Go to my scenes. Unlock. I'm going to get this figured out. We're going to get it working. Now, if I load this one up and it has the issue, then we know it's something to do with the update, and there's nothing we can really do about it. But I'm going to go ahead and add my BBEG keep into it. I'm going to do this, and instead of... This is actually going to be a good test too, because I'm not going to reboot all the different things. I'm just going to go update that single one. So this is my version 14. All right, so I think we're good. Let's see if this works. I need to go not to portable. I need to go to full data modules. And in the FTP, where's the FTP? Right here. We want to go into packs, PF2E, I believe, and scenes. And then we're going to delete all these, hopefully. Okay, they deleted. Thank goodness. And then we're just going to load up those scenes, because hopefully that's all we need to do. And this shows last updated was at... Right now it looks like, I think that's the right one. Because it's not the my stuff, no. Alright, so let's just double check some things before I do this. Go here. Go here. So this is my scenes. I can go lock it now. Alright, hopefully this works. So let's go in here now. Click on my scenes. Oh, dang it. Hit F5. Then we'll try my scenes again. Then we'll exit. Then we'll try my scenes again. One of these have to work. This is my 14, right? Pathfinder, fan, yeah, 14. If this doesn't work, then it just hates me and it really doesn't want me to solve this issue. All right. Let's go see if we have, oh, they're up here actually. My scenes. Ah, got it. I guess I do have to exit out again. Return setup. Okay, I'm going to just hit F5 on this real quick. And I could tell the server to restart, but I don't think you have to be that extreme. Let's go to streaming again. Oh, my shoulder's sore. Actually, do I have the same file on this one? I might have had the same. No, I couldn't because I don't know. It just might not want me to have that file, period. It's like, nope, I'm not giving it to you. Okay. Close that. Go to not module management. My stuff. Please have it. Oh, you suck. Grr. Alright, maybe what I'll do then is, I'm still not giving up. I'm going to go look at my settings on just my little keep, and we'll make sure they're the same. So I am looking at my second floor surfaces. So I have it set to be 20 to 20. Let's go back here. Yep, everything's working there. Okay. I do have holes in this one though. That I don't think that matters. Not for what we're doing right now. All right, so we have second floor surface. That's all the same. I have first and I include it, so I include first floor and it in the thing. So don't have anything there. Behaviors, I have it set as defined surface, floor. It's exactly the same. There isn't a difference. It's got to be this. I wonder, oh, I might have the Tom Cardos one. That would make me feel so much better if his failed too, because his is already set up. Maybe I should try that. I don't think it's on right now. RESTO. Oh, I do have the restored keep on here already. So let's go ahead and import it. So this is the restored keep. We'll go ahead and leave everything as is. And now let's activate it. Activate! So this is a giant keep that Tom Cardos, I can already tell it's working and mine isn't. This makes me mad. So as you can see, when you mouse over, you're able to see through the floor. And the reason it's doing the little sections is because not only did they define the floor surface, they've also defined individual rooms underneath. So right now what we're seeing is basically, I believe, let's see what's in here. This is actually the first floor. So when I'm actually looking through here, it's actually looking all the way down to the first floor, I believe. So if we go, and I can put that back up, because see, it says we're on first floor. If I actually say second floor and then mouse over, now it's a little different. You'll see we actually have a room. We actually have 4 rooms, where that other one only had 3, and then a hallway that went over the edge and out here. So we go back to the first floor. You can see 1, 2, 3, and then we have this big hallway. So that's working properly. So it's definitely something that I'm messing up, which I don't like. So I'm going to show you what makes this work, but it is a lot of regions, mostly because each of these are their own little regions for different things. And that's why it's actually showing, you know, all these different things going away. Where my I don't think I have the keep on here. No, that's restored keep. What did I call it? A mansion or something? ABA abandoned, or what did I call it? Hold on, let me check. Maybe it's actually on here. I don't think so, but maybe. BBEG keep. I think that's what I called it. BBEG. BBE. Okay, it's not there. All right. So anyway, as you can see, it works. Not cool for me, but it works. So let's go see if we can figure out what the difference is between what this is showing and what we are doing on ours. So if we go look at the regions, like I said, it is a huge amount of regions. As you can see here, lots and lots of regions are in here. Now, right now we're on the first floor. So now it's no longer, because we're in the region menu, it's actually showing the floor as is. So this right here is the first floor. Here we go with the second floor. And then here's the third floor. And if we go look at these regions, the reason we're not seeing anything is because they are currently in that locked mode, which means when they're locked, they're not visible. So if we go look, for example, first floor region, or first floor service right here. If I double click it, now you can actually see it, and you can see it's actually showing the whole thing. Now, like I said, technically it could be the entire map. There's absolutely no reason that the first floor wouldn't be. I think the reason it's not here is because this is a wall that goes around here, so players can see out here, but although I think they can get to the plank. Although that's actually the dungeon level on this. So first floor should be able to see dungeon on this one. If I go to, this is the region stuff though. So if I go to edit, yeah, see, first floor is actually able to see the dungeon because this part right here is the dungeon. And if we went to look, I don't know if they call it dungeon or if they call it basement, third floor, second floor, the ramparts. Here we go. So dungeon, staircase. I don't see a dungeon floor or a dungeon thing. I'm pretty sure, is this the dungeon map that we're seeing? Let's go look at the dungeon real quick, just to make sure. That might actually be the dungeon map we were just, that is actually the base on this one. So that would mean, because you actually are able to see the dungeon in this case from it, that's why it doesn't need the actual region for it, because it's the entire thing. The reason the other one did is because it actually is a region, and that, I guess that kind of makes sense. since this is the main one, it doesn't need it. But first floor technically doesn't include that. I can verify that real quick if we go to edit and we go a look at, is this the courtyard? Yes. So if we go look at it here, this one even has overlay stuff too, which is kind of nice. Yeah, so see, here's the first floor right here, and it actually does follow that. So I guess that does make sense that it's doing that. So we don't need a first floor on ours, which I didn't think it did. So if we go, let's bounce over to it real quick, because I didn't think we needed a first floor, because technically it is everything, and that kind of confirms it. So no reason to have a thing in here if we don't need it. Do I have to unlock it to delete it or something? Yes, I do, which makes sense. All right, so technically all we should need is a second and third floor. All right, let's go back over and see what else we can find out. So we can see the dungeon, because it has this plank, that should be able to see, I guess all floors will be able to see all other floors except for the dungeon can't see any floors, would be my guess. So let's see if I'm right. Yes, so visibility, the dungeon cannot see any floors, although technically, yeah, maybe you wouldn't be able to see anything because these are giant walls. Yeah, let's just say you can. From the first floor, we should be able to see the dungeon. We should be able to see second floor and third floor. That's my guess. So dungeon, second floor, third floor. So that's right. From the second floor, we'll be able to see the first floor, or no, the dungeon, the first floor, and the third floor. So dungeon, first floor, third floor. So we're all good there. And then from the third floor, we should see the dungeon, first and second floor, which is basically exactly how we have ours set up. So dungeon, first and second floor. So we're all good there. Our dungeon can't see anything. There's nothing on our area that actually goes up high enough to see anything. So we are the same as far as that goes. So the first floor, the reason it has an area defined is because that is what is considered, that's the surface of the first floor. So anything on that level is considered first floor, which is how it knows that this is a level. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Kind of does to me. Then we have the second floor. It has its defined region. So we can go and we can see once again that the first floor has its surface. So now let's just go double check everything on it, that it's set the same, because this is actually surface. So first floor, surface wise, is the first floor, second floor, and third floor. It's able to get, although it's able to get, what would be a better way to describe that? I would say see, but it's able to see that too, and it is able to get to. So choose the levels. I think it's the occlusion thing. So when you mouse over, it does that. So the elevation 0, 0, which makes sense. That's the bottom of the floor. We have the appearance. All this is, that's kind of irrelevant. The behavior's where it matters. But as you can see, every one of ours are exactly the same. We have our defined surface. We just call it something, which is the behavior. Technically, we don't need to because we don't have more than one surface defined in it. Then we have those checkboxes and bottom. And then those three are not checked at all, right? So ours is the same. There's no differences between that. I wonder maybe if you don't have... No, it doesn't make sense that if you don't have the elevators or the stairs or whatever, that it would do it. At least I don't think so. All right, so there's our first floor. Let's go look at second floor now. So second floor, if we go to second floor, we can see that this is the second floor. So second floor is just this area right here. It does, well, technically I guess it's out here too, but they actually define the ramparts as their own thing. So we go to second floor surface. You can see it's all that. Technically it's not in here because this is the first floor. We're looking down, I believe, at the chapel, church or whatever. This is inside the chapel, I believe. I think this is just a hole, if I'm right. Let's double check. I just want to make sure on these things. So if we go here and we look at second floor, yes. So you can see it's, I guess technically the second floor would include those edges. So maybe they actually have that defined separately, which I'm not sure why they would. Just like I'm not sure why they wouldn't have the ramparts also, unless it's just so when you mouse over it, those disappear. I don't know. All right, so this is second floor. Let's just go make sure that the second floor is doing the exact same things, because this is one that actually you want to disappear. I double-clicked the wrong thing. So second floor, why does it keep scrolling down? Second floor surface. There we go. So here's the second floor surface. It is at 20 to 20, same as we got. It does not have any levels. So first floor did have levels. Second floor on this one does not have levels. Choose levels which inclusion applies. So this is just saying all levels then. Everything else is the same. Go in here under define surface. We have bottom, right? And then the forechecks. So that's all the same as well. Then we go to the third floor. And the third floor is the third floor surface right here, which should be basically here. I don't think it would be there, but let's check. Well, actually, oh no, because this is just the roof. There actually is room in there. Yeah, so it would be all of that. All right. Let's go ahead and check the third floor surface info. So third floor is able to see first, second, and third. So I'm not sure why second floor, unless second floor has everything, maybe because we're talking regions now. And that's different than the levels. Doggone it. Because I was going to say, I guess the second floor from this balcony, you could see this out here, but you'd be able to see that also from like here. So yeah, I don't know. So anyway, they have first, second, and third. Maybe they just didn't realize they didn't check it. I don't know. If we go into behaviors, we have our defined surfaces, and we have bottom for, oh wait. We do have something. Reveal elevated surfaces. Could that be what it is? In which case, I'm not sure why it is. But that would explain maybe the third floor not disappearing, but not the second floor. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go check third floor. Let's go make that. Reveal elevated surfaces. Boom. If it works all of a sudden, I'll cry. I'll be happy, but yeah, we're in this mode. Hello? Still not working. Okay, so I don't have to cry. Alright, let's go see what else we're missing then. We've got to be missing something obvious, but everything else is defining rooms and such. So if we go back, let's go look at regions. Yeah, see, there actually is a chapel specific one that was that inside of the chapel, and then that other part. So this is actually on the 2020. This is the chapel itself on the floor. So you can see all that. So let's go ahead and sort by floor. And maybe start, let's look at how ours maybe. First and second floor I only want to see. Do I have to click anything? No, well, I'm still seeing third floor surface. Although that might be because it goes to 2240. So maybe that's it. I don't know. All right, so as we can see here, we have ladders. We have the rampart surface. We have the tower, which is that little guy. So that's when we mouse over it, we can see through it and see that area, right? Or we can see through to that. The first floor greenhouse is that one. So we have all these different things, but like we don't have the courtyard, but I guess technically we're not mousing over. I didn't set up any rooms specifically in mine. So now that we've looked at those, mine kind of resembles more, you can't see it, but I'm going to look at the different settings on the one that I did. That's just my big bad guy keep that I actually did I did a tutorial on, and we actually got it to work. So I'm kind of confused why it's not working. All right, so I'm going to go look at the regions here, go to this, and basically all I have on this entire thing is a second floor surface. I don't even have a first floor. I have a set of stairs and I have holes. The second floor surface is 20 to 20, which is exactly what our second floor surface is here. Let's go to regions. Clear the filter. So here we just have a second and third, which we would probably need the third if we had a third. So we have that. So I'm going to double click on the second floor surface and see what differences maybe I had here. So nothing there. So from here, inside the second floor, I show that I can see the first floor and the second floor, which is basically we have the third floor as well in here. So first, second, and third. 20 to 20, that's all correct. Behaviors, we have a defined surface. Now that one I actually have occlusion checked. So we could, when controlled or detected token is below the surface. That makes sense, but why does it do it on the other map and none of them had that checked? And it also should do it like when I just mouse over it, it should show me through. But maybe I need to do that now to the, and I can see it's not doing it because these parts, which are all on the second floor, are not going away. But now if she goes under it, it's still not going away. This thing just hates me, I guess. What was I doing? I'm on first floor. So what if I were to set that on all 3 floors, I guess? Call the tokens, reveal elevated surface. I'm not sure what that one, that might have been, no, I'm not sure what that one is. Yeah, it is totally working on mine. I don't know why. All right, so let's go ahead and do that also then for the third floor region and see if that does anything. So this one had the elevated. Maybe if we do that, I'm not sure why. Partially reveal the visible area of this elevated surface to observe. I think this is the one that would show you the different rooms underneath when you moused over, which we don't have anything defined. I don't know if that would matter. But I don't have that checked, so update region. No, I'm mousing over it and it's not doing anything. Nothing. I tell you, nothing at all. Alright, let's click on Ezrin. Here's Ezrin. Nothing! He's 20... Yeah, he's 20 feet up. So why is this doing that? I really wish I could get this little keep one to work in there. I don't think it has any... I mean, it does have walls, but I think... Could it have anything to do with walls? If I made a wall... I don't think it has anything to do with walls, to be honest. But I'm not going to be able to see my second floor if I go to edit again. I need to get rid of third floor just so I can see the second floor. And then from first floor, I need to edit and get rid of second and third floor. So now I can see the first floor, right? So I guess I could try and make some walls. It's like these are open areas. So let's just try that. I mean, I'm starting to run out of ideas. So let's click on that. We'll say we want solid wall. And we'll just start here. Draw it up to there. I think that might be it. Hold control so it continues. Click and control. And then I really don't think this is it. Oh, stupid things. There we go. Hold on, I need to shrink all this stuff up. So now we have some walls under there. This is open. We have a door, double door here, it looks like. Dun, dun. Now if I was really good, I'd go delete these doors and actually add my own doors with animations, but I gotta get this working first, at least. So let's just go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go here now. Oh, whoops. Let go there, there, and then drag from here down, like so. So this is under the third and the second floor now. I know lights aren't going to matter, but let's go to the second floor and see if that does anything. So go to second level, and maybe we'll just do this little barracks area. Looks like we have some windows, door there. All right, let's do this. All right, so we'll go shrink this stuff again. Oh, shrink you. Does toggle navigation get rid of you? No. All right, so let's go ahead. We have that, so let's go ahead and do... Trying to see where my little... These windows are not the right size. They're tiny. They should actually go full thing, which I'm going to let them... Oh, I'm in the wrong type of wall. Apparently I didn't click the right one. Is that what it was? Yeah, solid wall. That I was clicking the wrong one before. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and click here, hold on, control, there we go, to there. And then I could take it and make tiny windows. I'm gonna let the windows be big. Immersion wise, I know it might kind of kill it because you have a slight, that's a door. I guess we could do from here to here to here, and then from here to here. So we have that. We have a couple windows. Oh, I kind of have to break the immersion, right? I mean, fix the immersion, I guess, right there. Because there has to be a wall right there. All right, so this is going to be a window. So we'll go ahead and hold Alt there and do it to there, and then hold Alt again. All right, Control, I mean. Actually, I did that wrong. Ow. Oh, Control Z. Still have the window. Control there to there. And then we have a door. So it's a regular door. We'll go ahead and do one there. And it looks like the other one is right here. All right, so now we have at least a walled off area that should, if we click on it, it should say this is second floor. Yep, second level. And the first level should say first level. I honestly do not think this is going to change anything. I wish it would, but I don't think it's going to. I don't think it has to be a closed off area. All right, so let's go back into first floor and change this to say from first floor I'm able to see the second and third. Save. So far, no good. I mean, we're seeing our walls while we're on the first floor. I guess that's good. If we go to the third floor, I mean second floor, we can now say that from here we're able to see first floor and third floor. And boom, there are our things again. Now if we go to person there, mousing over everything, it does not do anything. Why? This does not make sense why it's not working right. It's got to be something super simple and super dumb that I'm just missing, but I have no clue what it is right now. How long we been streaming? 3 hours. That's quite a while. Maybe, I think we'll go ahead and end the stream here then. So, plus the YouTube one keeps. I might not stream to YouTube until I get things figured out. I'll have to see. I think it's recording it and puts it in the live, so it'll instantly be there. But I will also, I've been also telling OBS to record manually this entire thing, so it's actually recording that as well. So if the one on YouTube, the one under live, is not in good shape, I actually have a real one. I guess a real one. So I think we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys for joining. Hopefully enjoyed it, even though it didn't quite work the way we wanted, but I didn't promise it was gonna work. I just said that I wanted to try and create a keep. I mean, I do have the layers, and I can manually turn them on and off and stuff. So it kind of works. But yeah, I'm going to keep playing with it. If I figure it out, I will probably post to my Discord, or maybe, I don't think I'd do a whole stream just say, hey, I figured it out. But maybe I'll create a follow-up video on YouTube saying, hey, here's what was wrong. This is what fixed it. If you're running this issue, this is a really good thing to check first. But man, my throat is about gone. Need some water. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, subscribe. If you're on Twitch watching this, which they don't keep very long, follow me. Either way, tell people about my YouTube channel. Check it out. If they like what they see, they can sub. We grow that channel. If we're on Twitch, tell them to follow me, and we grow my Twitch following. And trying to think of everything. Click the notification bell on YouTube so you get notified when I upload videos. And join my Discord channel. Great way to chat with me and you know, ask questions and just chat in real time basically with me. I'm usually really quick to answer Discord questions and stuff. And that is it, my friends. Until next time, I'll be seeing you later.